Hi friends, I'm Melissa. Thank you for joining me. This is a yoga focus on flexibility class today. We'll be doing about 45 minutes and included is a meditation relaxation at the end. I will be reading to you. It's a focus. It's a mantra of I am. I don't know if you can read my shirt. It's probably backwards since my iPad is on selfie mode, but it says I am perfectly imperfect, as we all are. So we'll get into our flow, into our bodies, increase flexibility in our muscles, mobility in our joints, get some relaxation in our minds as well. So this is a wonderful class to do by itself. If you're looking to do those things, it's a wonderful class to do after a workout to keep those muscles and our minds happy and healthy. So we'll get started standing in mountain pose and get warmed up. So come to your mat, or if you have a carpeted soft surface, that works too. So we're going to stand with our feet right underneath the hips. We're going to spread those toes out, get a little soft bend through the knees, roll those shoulders back and down. Bring the belly button in. And we'll just begin with some big deep breaths, feeling the rib cage expand and the belly expand out on the inhale, and just let it go. Through the nose, through the mouth, whatever feels good to you in this moment. But really grounded, rooted to the floor, especially on the exhale. Just really feel the ground underneath you, the floor supporting you. Take a couple more breaths, and you can say to yourself, either out loud or in your head, just I am here. I am present. I'm worthy of this time for myself. And as you're ready, come to the top of your mat. And again, we started mountain pose. We're going to warm with some sun salutations. So we lift those arms up on the inhale. Exhale, take a forward fold, generous bend in the knees. Just let that head relax. And we're going to step one foot back into a low lunge, and then the other foot steps back. So we're in a plank position. We're going to lower those knees. We're going to come all the way down, hugging those triceps in. And then we come all the way down, squeeze the butt, and we lift the chest. Keeping the elbows bent for this first round here. We're going to tuck those toes, spread your fingers, press evenly into the palms and the finger pads. Lift those hips nice and high for our downward facing dog. Press the chest towards the thighs. We're going to bend those knees, and we're going to walk up to the top of our mat once more into a forward fold. Flat back extend, the hands come to the shins. And we straighten those arms, straighten the legs, and once more soften into our fold, breathing out. And then using our inhale to rise back up. Kind of close to my window here. My arm looks like it's doing weird things. And we take it down into forward fold, softening, lifting through the belly. And we take a foot back. Maybe you start with the other foot this time, it really doesn't matter. Take the other foot back. You can stay on the toes or lower those knees as we lower down on the exhale. Come to the tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, maybe straighten in the arms a little bit more. Exhale down. Tuck those toes, press up, bend back, hips are high. Squeeze the inside of our elbows towards one another. Bend those knees, and we walk up to our hands, letting the air go. Breathing out, and we breathe in for the flat back extend. And then out. As we fold, we rise on the inhale. We'll do that just a couple more times, so follow your breath. Move how it feels good to you, warming up through those muscles, awakening the body, connecting our breath with our movement. Nice and high for the downward dog, bending the knees. Your own pace is wonderful, your own range of motion. Flat back, extend. Forward fold, re-rise. Let's do it one more time. Grow an inch, and then we fold. Step it back. Enjoy the stretch here for our hip flexors. And then lower down, nice and controlled, belly in, work those triceps. A little bonus. And if you want to, press into the tops of your feet and lift the thighs. Upward facing dog. Tuck toes, hips high, press it up and back. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees. We walk forward. We soften into the exhale, into our fold. Flat back, extend. Lengthen through the spine. Fold once more. And then we rise all the way up. And hands to heart center. All right, so hopefully a bit warmer now. We're going to take it into a triangle pose next. So go ahead and bring your feet nice and wide. Hopefully you can see my feet. Okay, go ahead and turn your right foot out all the way, and your left foot is going to stay with your toes pointed towards your video. We're gonna lift our arms up on the inhale, and then exhale, we reach towards our toes. Reach over, this hip goes back, and then when we can't reach anymore, we reach that hand down for the shin, the ankle, and we reach this top arm. This would be your left arm, most likely. Rolling that shoulder back and down. Squeeze the glutes so that our hips stay forward. And just breathe. Extend long. Imagine there's a wall back behind you. There is one, but I don't want to plaster myself to it. Our entire back body would be up against that wall. Come on up using the power in our abs and in our back grounded foot. We come up, and then we're going to rotate, lifting that back heel, and then we come into like a crescent lunge. So you might want to inch that front foot out and just slightly bend that front knee and tuck the hips a little bit forward. You should feel a nice stretch here through the hip flexors, the front of the thigh, the muscle that connects our core to our leg, and that do a lot of work for us and can get really tight and then cause low back pain. Things like that aren't so fun. Take another big breath in, and then exhale, we plant the foot, bringing it a little bit further forward. So now we're coming into our pyramid pose. So we hinge from the hip, keep a nice flat back here. Keep the shoulders square, and your arms can reach down, or I like to take my hands, clasp them behind, and get a little bonus chest stretch here. So pulling those knuckles straight back to the back of the room. Your front hip, you're gonna roll it back a little bit, and you're pushing your sit bones, your booty back. So it should feel a nice stretch through the hamstrings of your front leg, possibly into your back leg as well. And we're lifting our belly and using our strong abdominal muscles to support our lower back. For one more breath. And we power up through the core, come back to center, bring those feet out wide again, and then we do the other side. So turn all 5 toes of your left leg out to the side, and then other toes, other 5 toes face me. We breathe in Lifting those arms to the shoulder height, and we reach as somebody's pulling the hip that way. Reach, 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 and then come over like a windmill. So sometimes people like to use a block here or hold onto the shin. We're really strengthening and engaging our core muscles, our obliques more by supporting our body weight, but you do what feels best to you in this moment. And if your arm up here is getting tired, you can also rest it on the lower back. And eye gaze can be to the front or down or up, whatever feels best on your neck today. So we're breathing into it, we're rolling that top hip back, we're squeezing between our shoulder blades. And this kneecap isn't locked out. Using the quadricep muscles, the thigh muscles, to gently lift that kneecap up. Press into that back foot, and we're going to lift on inhale. Wonderful. So lift that back heel, so we rotate safely. Arms come up, and we bend into that front leg, your left leg, most likely. And just going down until you feel that stretch. Our back leg is straight. Our front knee is bent. Take a quick glance down. Make sure you can see your big toe through the inside of your knee. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Pulling the belly in. Oh good, they're gonna do leaf blowing right by my apartment. Yeah, that figures. Okay, step the back foot in a little bit. And both sets of toes face the side, face the top of your mat or the back, however you like to think about it. We hinge from the hips. And again, arms down. This is our pyramid pose. Or back. If you're going to interlace your hands behind you, try doing it the opposite way. Other thumb on top. It feels really weird. And rolling that front hip back. Keeping the shoulders square, toes are spread, weight evenly distributed between both feet here. Nose pointed towards the mat, belly engaged, we're breathing. One more breath. Using the power in our legs, power in our core, we rise. And we turn all 10 toes to the front, feet stay nice and wide. We're going to take a big breath in, and then take a wide-legged forward fold here. So your fingertips may reach the floor, they may not. There is no right or wrong. Flexibility is a journey, and it looks different from day to day. Just breathe, relax the neck. Let your head hang heavy. And experiment with how wide your feet are apart. It might feel better to have them a little wider. You might find a little bit more freedom, a little bit more flexibility here. Go ahead and as you're ready, take a breath in, and on the exhale, walk your hands over towards your right foot, right ankle. And sometimes I like to take my opposite arm and hold on to the outside of my ankle or outside of my calf here and get a little bit of a stretch through my lats, through the back, the side body, as well as into the back of the legs. Take another breath here. And then we breathe in as we walk the hands and breathe out as we find the other side. Might feel different on this side. This is my tight side. You may find you have one too. And again, maybe taking the opposite arm, wrapping it around the ankle or outside of the calf. And just a gentle pull to enhance the stretch for our back muscles. Take one more breath. Make it a nice big one. Going back to front. We're back to center. And then we're going to heel toe our feet out just a little bit wider. And you're going to bend your right knee and come into like a side lunge here. So a couple options. We can leave our hands on the mat here, or fingertips, wherever you're at. Or you can come up. It's a little bit of strength here, hands to heart center. So we're stretching through the inner thigh, your left leg. Belly's engaged, we're breathing. Take those hands down if they're not already. Come back up. And gradually we bend the other knee, finding our hand placement, breathing some energy, some space into the inner thigh. The right leg maybe coming up, pressing those hands together. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Just breathing through it. We got this. Walking those fingertips up, straightening the legs. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time using that in-breath. Stand nice and tall, roll the shoulders back and down. Step those feet in, returning once again to mountain pose. And just take a few breaths here and just notice sensations in your body. Thoughts in your mind, not controlling them, just acknowledging whatever might be coming up right here. And return your focus just to the ground underneath our feet, to our breath, flowing in and out. Feels good to just slow down and just be. All right, we're going to take it into some balance as well as some hip stretching. So this might be a little bit difficult if your mat is thick or if you have a thick carpet, but just consider it a bonus. It's just a little bit more unbalanced than, say, a hard surface. If you have a hardwood floor or tile or whatever, and you would like some extra stability, go ahead and step off of your mat. May not be an option if you have carpet. All right, so we begin our standing half lotus. You're going to lift your right foot, sinking, bending the knee of your stabilizing leg, and you're going to cross that ankle either above the knee or below it, just not on it. And then we're going to sink back and down, shifting our weight into the heel. Hands come to heart center, pressing this right knee open. Sinking down with even hips. Breathing. Space into the hips, strength into the leg. Inhale, we come up. Little shake out. Very nice. All right, as you're ready, setting up the other side, planting, softening, lifting your left foot, crossing it either at the shin or the thigh. You might find, like me, you're better at balancing on one side than the other. Sitting back, sitting down. It also helps to find a spot on the floor or a spot on the wall ahead of you, a focal point. Helps us balance. As well as concentrating on our breathing, keeping it flowing. Just take one more big, beautiful breath here. We rise on the inhale, set it down, coming back to mountain. Another balancing pose. We're going to hug your right knee in. Maybe take a little ankle roll here. Oh, mine is all poppy and creaky. Okay, take a moment, soften through the standing leg, and then we're going to breathe in and bring this knee out to the side and other arm out to counterbalance. So options are to stay here, or we can extend this leg, holding onto the big toe with our peace fingers. Wherever you're at, it's exactly where you should be today. You need to tap down at any time. Please do so. This is your practice. Listen to your body, honoring our body. Bring it back to center. Give it a hug and set it down. Reset. Repeat. Other leg. Hug that knee in. Roll out the ankle. Show it the same love we did on the other side. As you're ready, bringing this knee out to the side, arm out for counterbalance. Hips stay square, shoulders stay stacked over hips. And maybe, I have a plant over here, maybe extending that leg. Trying to keep the hips facing forward and open and breathing and accepting. We are perfectly imperfect, yes? Take it back to center. Hug it in one more time. And then set it down. All right, one more standing pose for balance. And for stretching the front of the legs this time. So you're going to inhale, lift your left arm up. Grow tall, exhale, we reach for the back foot, so this will be your right foot. And I'll come to the side here. So your thumb meets the big toe. We're holding on to the inside of our foot. We're going to tuck the pelvis forward. And then we're going to soften through the front knee. This is dancer's pose. And then we're going to gradually tip forward. And then bring this foot in towards your booty and maybe lift it up. If it feels better for you to just stay here, you're still stretching the quads, the front of the thigh, the hip flexor. Just try, just breathe. Tap down. If we fall, we get back up again, yeah? Coming back to center. As you're ready, shaking it out. Taking a breath, acknowledging, ready to try on the other side. So lifting the arm, opposite arm. On the inhale, growing tall, reaching for the foot. Thumb meets big toe, checking our alignment, both knees facing forward or the side, wherever we are. And we tip, continue to breathe, continue to reach. Let's explore. Yoga itself is a journey, but especially balance. And it's another one of those things that looks different, feels different every day. Releasing, if you haven't already, coming back to center, to our mountain pose. Taking a couple breaths here, noticing sensations. Noticing our breathing, our heart rate. All right. Go ahead and, let's see, I'm gonna make sure you can see me here. We're just gonna come to our forward fold. So breathing in, and then exhaling into our forward fold. Nice and soft through the neck. Maybe nod your head yes. Shake it out no. Take another big breath here. And you're gonna walk your hands forward about shoulder distance and walk your feet back. So we're in a downward facing dog. Our our feet are about hip distance apart. Lifting those hips, lifting the tailbone high up into the sky. Spreading those fingers, pressing into the middle of our palms as well as our finger pads. And you're going to lift one leg into a three-legged dog. Doesn't have to come high. And then we're going to bend this knee and then open the hips. So notice your foot that's on the mat. Try to keep that heel straight back behind you. The tendency may be to turn that heel, but we want to keep that heel pressing down towards the mat, towards the floor, and weight evenly distributed between both hands. Coming back to center, straightening it, and then bringing it down, resetting in our downward facing dog, really pressing that chest towards the thighs, keeping the shoulders in, shoulder blades engaged, collarbone open. Breathing in, we lift the other leg. Doesn't have to come high. And then as you're ready, we bend that knee and then gradually open. So the hips are opening here. Keep squeezing the eyes of our elbows, the inside of our elbows together. Shoulder square to the front. Opposite heel that's on the floor right now. Pressing towards the floor. Coming back to center, breathing in and breathing out. We land. Resetting in our downward facing dog. Feel free to come into a child's pose anytime. We won't be staying here for too much longer. We're going to breathe into a three-legged dog, lift the opposite leg. And then as we breathe out, we're going to bring this knee towards the same wrist. And we're going to come into a swan or pigeon, whatever bird you prefer. Okay, so this front foot is tucked into the groin. We're going to flex those toes slightly. And then we're going to sink into our hips. So you should be feeling something happening through this front hip here. You can stay upright with a proud pigeon chest, or you can come down into a resting pigeon. Yin yoga, they call it swan. If this does not feel good to your knee, you can do this lying down on your back into a figure four. Right here. Wherever you are, we're breathing into the hips. Sometimes I like to rest my forehead on my hands. You can make a little pillow with your fists, stack one on top of the other. Let's stay for one more breath and explore with this last breath here. Where can you soften? Where can you let go? Coming back to our hands, about shoulder distance apart, pressing into them and then lifting back up into our downward facing dog. Resetting here for a moment. And as you're ready, use the inhale to lift the other leg into our three-legged dog. And then exhale, bring that knee through towards the same wrist, and then unfolding that back foot, coming into our proud pigeon chest. Or again, laying back into that reclining figure four. Maybe you'd like to rest here. Bring your forearms down. Bring your forehead to the mat, or your forehead to your hands. Breathing into your muscles. Exhale, we imagine them releasing tension, releasing tightness. Let's explore that for 2 more breaths. Inhale our way back up. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Pressing those heels, maybe they're a little bit closer to the floor at this point. Maybe it feels good to walk one heel at a time, bending opposite knee, walking out our dog here. Feel free to stay and stretch out the calf, their lower leg. And then we lift onto the toes. We press those heels back. We bend through the knees and come all the way to our mat. Let's bring our big toes together, knees out wide, child's pose, my favorite. You can reach those arms out in front of you, or you might want to relax your shoulders and bring your arms to your sides for embryo. Just release through the back here. Forehead can rest on the mat or on your hands. If your hips don't come to your heels, that's okay. Just make it feel good for your body. And when you're ready, come on up. And we're going to bring our legs out wide. And we want our big toes pointing towards the ceiling. And you may keep a bend here if that's more comfortable. So we want to sit up nice and tall. We breathe in, and then we breathe out, and we maybe reach those fingertips a little bit further forward. Tucking the chin gently, breathing in. And as we breathe out, maybe we go a little bit further forward. This is a very intense stretch for the inner thighs. We keep the thigh bones rolled back, knees up towards the sky. See where you can soften. Deepen as you're ready. Can we explore one more breath? Walking up on the inhale. Give it a little shake out. Okay, awesome. As you inhale next, lift your right arm. And exhale, we come over to the side. So I like to use my bottom arm here. I don't know if you can see, I can't really tell in this video. My bottom forearm is resting on the inside of my thigh here. And I'm gently pressing on the inner thigh to rotate my chest really forward and open. I'm feeling a nice stretch through my side body here, through the obliques, the rib cage. See, explore, see what your neck wants to do here, what angle it wants to be at. Maybe it just wants to rest, hang out. Take another breath. Inhale, we come back up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Next in-breath, lift the other arm. And exhale, come over to the side, rolling that top shoulder back, relaxing the fingertips, relaxing the shoulder. Feel the side body expand. Feel how the stretch changes as we inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Coming on up with the inhale. And bring those legs together here. Give them a shake out. Wonderful. We're going to sit up tall into a, this is seated, this is staff pose. And then you're going to bring one knee in. So this is my left, be your right. Hugging it in here. We're ready to come to a twist. So you might just stay with this foot pulling into your groin, or it might be accessible to cross it over. We're ready to lift nice and tall. On the inhale and on the exhale, we're going to twist. So we're going to hug that knee in. And this leg here can be extended, or you can bend it. Make yourself into a pretzel here. Continue to lengthen the spine on the inhale, and maybe find more revolution, more twisting on the exhale. To intensify, you can bring this arm here, this would be your left arm, bring the elbow to the outside of your right knee, and gently twist a little bit more. The twist is coming from our thoracic spine, our upper back, but it's beneficial for all of our back. Might look over your back shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, untie your pretzel, unfold yourself. Give your knees a little shake out. And then we switch to the other leg. So your left leg, hug it in, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe crossing that foot over, lifting our spine on the inhale. And we find that twist, that revolved status on the exhale. And maybe we keep this bottom leg extended, or maybe you bring it up. Just checking with your anchor points. We want to keep both hip bones down on the mat and at least our big toe. So find the position that gets your body in that position. Continue to lengthen on the inhale. Revolve on the exhale. And maybe take your right elbow and place it gently on the outer left thigh. And use that as a little bit of leverage. I'm right up against my wall here, but you can use this back hand as like a kickstand, your back arm here. Reminding you to keep nice and straight and it's supported. Looking over your back shoulder. Twists are really excellent for the digestive system as well as our back. One more breath. And we inhale, come back to center. And give it a little shake out here. We're going to roll all the way down to our back heel. So with our knees bent, you can support yourself here, give yourself a little hug, or you can lift mono hands and try to roll down as slowly as you can. I did some Pilates earlier, so my core is tired. Okay, arriving here on our mats, go ahead and place those palms so they face the ceiling, so our shoulders can relax evenly, nice and heavy into the mat. From here, you're going to extend one leg, hug the other knee in. And then we're going to bring it out wide, so it's to the same shoulder, towards the same shoulder. We're going to flex this foot, and then we're going to hold onto the ankle or hold onto the foot with the same hand. Same foot, same hand. So this is like an upside down lunge. This is called a half happy baby. Check in with your supporting leg. Make sure your hip is down. You may feel this a variety of places. Wherever you feel it is where you need to. I feel this a little bit in my glutes, a little bit in my hamstring. And this is really good actually for your hip flexors. They stay a lot of time in an extension. It's good to counter that with some flexion here, pulling it in this bent position. For one more breath. Let go of the foot or ankle, extend that leg long, and then pull the other knee into the chest. Check in with that bottom leg, it's extended, hips are down. We bring that knee out towards the same shoulder, flex the foot, bring the foot up towards the ceiling like you're going to walk on it, stamp it, holding on to the outside of the foot or ankle. Continue to pull that knee towards your underarm, towards the floor. Keep the chin gently tucked so our spine is long. Think about the points of contact your body has with the floor. Feel nice and supported as we encourage our hips to open, feeling safe and secure. One more breath. Go ahead and lower it down and extend both legs. We're going to extend our arms in the opposite direction. So stretch your toes and your fingers in opposite directions. You'll feel your lower back lift, little arch through the spine. Imagine somebody's pulling your hands, somebody's pulling your feet, stretching you out, making you at least an inch taller here. Take another big breath in. And on the exhale, hug both knees into the chest. You can bring your nose up towards your knees. Curl yourself into a little ball if that feels good. Or if this is too much strain on your neck, keep your head down. And wherever you are, find a gentle rock side to side. Little massage here. For our lower back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, let it go. And we bring our feet to the floor. And we bring our palms up into the sky. From here, as we transition to the relaxation meditation, I invite you to maybe get a blanket, put something warm on, extend your legs out long. Sometimes I like to place the soles of my feet together into a reclining butterfly. Just let your legs fall gently open. Sometimes if my lower back is feeling extra tight, I bend my knees and I place my feet about as wide as the mat and let my knees fall in towards one another. This is called constructive rest, and it's really good for the lower back. So take a few moments, get yourself in the right positioning, and feel free to adjust as you like as we move into our I Am mantra meditation. And take a moment to appreciate what your body just did in our yoga practice. Explore your emotions, your feelings, your inner voice. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through the mouth. Try to explore your higher self. Open your heart. Focus on how you're feeling. Take another long deep breath in. Let it go through the mouth. We will focus on several mantras or affirmative phrases that will focus and ground us. We'll begin with something easy to say, something useful to really connect us to this moment and to our practice. So we take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, and say out loud, I am present. Don't be shy, listen to the sound of your voice and your commitment coming to life. Again, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Say out loud, I am present. Feel the power of your words, the vibration in your chest, the clarity taking over all through your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth, and once more say aloud, I am present. Use the breath to inhale peace and positivity. And exhale out any negativity, any doubts, anxiety, let it go. Whatever shows up, every thought, every emotion, just be an observer and breathe into it. Now we're going to take things a little deeper, using our voice to soothe our present emotional and mental condition. Notice how you feel. Anxious, sad, stressed. Whatever is going on right now, you have the power to let it go. You have the power to be the best, higher supporter of yourself. Now create your own mantra. Create a motivating, positive short phrase or sentence that can help you to get through this moment and whatever is coming next. Say aloud, I am calm. I am okay. Whatever helps you right now. I am strong. This is your chance to customize your meditation. Feel supported and present with yourself. Get to know yourself a bit better and learn how to really soothe your soul. What is the message you need to receive right here, right now? Say your mantra 2 more times. I invite you to bring this mantra with you on and off your yoga mat. Use it to soothe your soul and spirit whenever you need it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions, and please do subscribe. And I will be making more videos like this and others. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.